Well, what the fuck's going on, cousins? It's me, your boy AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. And listen, y'all been dropping down in the comments. Y'all wanted me to go check out Keeping Up with the Mess over there on Tubi. So some kind of way I got swindled into the shit. So I went down there and watched the motherfucking show. And so now I'm back to tell y'all what the fuck I thought about it. I know y'all ready to drop down in the comments and watch this motherfucking episode, aren't you? Let's go and get started with the motherfucking mess. It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. Hello, cousins. As I said before, it's me, your boy, your homie, your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, maybe even if, maybe your coworker, if we fuck with each other that way. It's me, your boy, AJ Red, and I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show, and I'm back to talk about what the fuck y'all been hitting me up for, a review on Keeping Up with the Mess over there on Tubi. Listen, real quick before I get into the show, for those of you who are new to the show, please go ahead now and hit that motherfucking subscribe bell because we about to talk about the motherfucking mess and so much other bullshit, right? And please make sure that you hit the like button. That's the thumbs up button. That helps your boy out a lot. And make sure to share these videos with somebody else. All the time, share these videos with somebody else, but make sure they're of age or... I'm not responsible because I don't post these motherfuckers for children. I tell y'all that all the time. But you do what you do. But it ain't on my hands. But anyway, yeah, listen, I've been getting ready to do a video for a while now. And I say a while like stood off the motherfucking, what did I about to say? Family Matters, Family Guy. A while, Brian. But listen, I know it's been a couple of days or whatever have you. I'm getting ready to put out more content. I need to play catch up. I got a lot of shit that's going on. I've been busy trying to take care of my mom and stuff. Like I told you, I'm working a 9 to 5 and shit like that. A bitch got things to do to pay the bills. But in the meanwhile, like I said, I still been sitting in the background with a sandwich or some shit like that and a drink, or some fried rice or something. I don't fucking know, eggs and rice. And I love them Zuma sausage. Listen, them motherfuckers. If you go down at the HEB, that's mostly where you're gonna find them at. If you in Texas, them motherfuckers, they'll be good. I'm just saying. But I've been watching and I've been keeping up with some of the stories and trying to do my best to, even at work, sometimes when I'm on my lunch break, jotting down and taking down notes and watching shows and, reading footage and trying to keep myself abreast as to what's going on within the community as it pertains to the social platforms and social media. So y'all kept hitting me up, again, jumping right into the show. Y'all kept hitting me up. Oh, have you seen Keeping Up with the Mess? It's over there on Tubi. So, y'all been hitting me up with the comments of that shit. And so, I think one of the main ones is Miss Geraldine Settles. I hope I got the name right. This one is definitely for you and some of you others that requested it. Y'all been hitting me up in my inbox, the comment section and all that shit. And so I started to get phone calls from family and friends that were back home. And people were started asking me if this girl was still in jail. And I think I misfired and told someone. For the person that I told that she was out, I do apologize. Come to find out that she's still in jail. Supposed to be, I think, either going to court or being released on August 8th, if I'm correct. August 8th or 12th, one of those days. And now if you go in and look at the motherfucking Instagram, the fool got, she over there posting glamorous pictures and shit like she not locked over there in the poking, with 3 hots in the cot. And probably, fighting for them booty pads to keep them booty pads safe all day long. She over there posting glamorous photos and shit and trying to show everybody she about to be home soon, saying she gonna be touching down. So I understand now why Kirk been feeling so motherfucking safe and so comfortable getting on his lives and shit every morning talking about live your best life or nobody can be you but you. I mean, he been inspiration like a motherfucker. He's been a young black gay motherfucking what that lady Maya Angelou. Is what he's been doing. And listen, I'm here for every bit of it. Because if apparently Messi must have knocked some sense into his head when he fucked around and knocked his Mario coins out over there, I think on June 6th or some shit like that. Or July 6th, one of them days he fucked around and went to jail for clucking him in the head. There's no wonder Kurt has been enlightened and been free because he knew that Messi was still behind bars over there having to tough it out, in the gay wing. Because I'm pretty sure they know from that funky ass walk that he be giving every time he come down the hall, which I'm sure he probably wasn't giving going up in that prison system because he had to let them girls figure that he was really about that mess, and he lay around and put the meat beaters on him. But at the end of the day, you go to prison. Unless you have to, you don't want no motherfucking smoke. So I'm pretty sure that girl put that nasty walk away and went on, you know, and tried to do a little time or whatever, so she can come on up out there, and hopefully Kurt done moved all this shit about the house and changed his address or moved back over with his people or something out of the city or something, to where he's not even bothered with Messi, and he need to be ready to sign them papers like Usher say. You know what I'm saying? Kurt ought to be basically serving that motherfucking prison. As a matter of fact, in Louisiana, if you're married, what you can do while that bitch is in jail, Kurt, you can call down there before you get out and send them papers, and it's only gonna cost you $1 to get that divorce. So I ain't no paralegal or no legal aid or no motherfucking lawyer, but I bet you I know that much. Don't ask me how I know, but I can tell you I know that much. Go on, send them papers to that good in that prison, Kurt, and make sure, if you can, go over there and smuggle in a little recording or Usher singing that song, ready to sign them papers, that song. Because you need to have that moment, or at least you need to go ahead and show us what the fuck you doing at the lawyer's office. When you signing your paperwork filing for the divorce, you need to show us a caption of that shit and saying I took my power back or some shit like that, or even having a caption saying I'm ready to sign them papers or I done signed them papers. And you need to put that to the track of Usher or Ann Nisby, one or the other. But anyway, moving on, that ain't what the fuck this is all about. But the bottom line is, I don't know when the show aired, and I can only tell you this, that there were only 3 episodes that I've seen thus far. And I don't know if there's going to be a 4th, a 5th, or a 6th. But turns out, apparently, this show is a #1 hit over there on Tubi. Tubi, for those of you who don't know what the fuck that is, or what it is, you know, that kind of thing. Mostly on Roku TVs and stuff like that, if you got one of those. But as I watched this, I'm going to tell you, first of all, I thought to myself, in the first 5 minutes, first of all, I started watching when Miss Geraldine told me about it. And I started watching it the same night, and I must have got about 5 minutes in. The shit was so low budget, so stupid, and so motherfucking dumb, till I couldn't even find myself watching another episode or keep even going through that first episode. So that first night I started watching it, it irritated my motherfucking booty hole. So I like my crack started itching, and I knew it was clean because I had just took me a shower, and that cleans up in there real good. So, but it made me so irritated, my asshole was itching, and my eyebrows started doing some kind of wiggly shit, and I had to keep, it was just some weird shit. When I get irritated sometimes, it's weird. Don't ask me about it because it's my body and I got to fucking deal with it. It's none of your business. I'm just letting you in on what the fuck I was dealing with at the moment. I was watching this ignorant ass shit. So y'all best believe I be taking one for the team, because for me to sit here and lay thine eyes upon some bullshit like this, first episode when they entered in was Messi in the bed with a missing tooth, snoring, fake snoring and shit, with these double Dutch motherfucking boots by the bedside that was a plaid color, and this dresser that was sitting on the side with no knob on that bitch that's, I guess, supposed to be holding jewelry, or probably even the teeth when, if that girl had taken it out the night before. But I guess it was for a prop, to put it that way. Then she goes into the bathroom and shows her naked ass on the side, the bun parts and whatnot and so forth, that we really don't want to see and look at. And started wiping and making facial gestures and shit while you're pissing on the toilet. I mean, you know, reality shows be showing some shit, but goddamn. Then they show the kids in the bed doing fake snoring and shit while they grinning and laughing. The kids should have went to acting school. If you got so much money, you should have prepped them on acting. Because the shit looked fake, phony, and fucked up, and it looked low budget as fuck. Somewhere along the way, kept hollering for the kids to get up for school, talking about the grandma Annabelle was a bitch, and all this shit. It was just disrespectful in some ways and dumb in a whole lot of others. Then this bitch decides to get in the kitchen, I guess when the kids get out to school, when it looked like they woke up around about 11 o'clock in the first fucking place. The girl gets the kids out to school. Then she goes in the kitchen to she finna motherfucking cook something. Now, the way that girl had slopped and slashed that shit together, let me tell you something. There ain't no motherfucking way in here I would sit there and sit at that girl's table and eat the motherfucking dishes that she's preparing over there. Because one thing I know is cooking. And I'm from the same motherfucking city, and one thing I know is Southern cooking. You can ask anybody about any motherfucking thing I made, unless I got drunk and burnt the motherfucking cornbread, which in that case I shouldn't have been drinking while I was cooking, but I can start that shit over and, you know, bring that motherfucker on home. And trust me, the shit is delicious. In every case, I might have fucked up a couple of dishes, but that's because I was getting sauced while I was stirring the motherfucking sauce. And that was my problem. That was my issue. That was my fuck up. But I've learned from that. So now when I cook, unless I'm cooking with liquor, I don't be fucking drinking like that. Or by the time I'm half done, you know, I'll go ahead maybe light me up a little, you know, little something and drink it. But where was I at? I wouldn't eat at that motherfucking kitchen. That girl had pigtails and jerking around, playing like dicks and all this old different stuff. It was just a fucking ass mess. And when she made the fucking gravy, I mean, the roux didn't look that bad. It was going to be some thick ass motherfucking roux because that girl used a whole lot of motherfucking flour. It was a whole lot of flour. But when that bitch scooped it up by the spoon and just dumped it over in the boiling pot of just meat water that she had going in the first place with a bunch of onions and bell peppers and, you know, shit like that. She just was making boiled water soup until she fucked around and threw that shit up in there and scooping. Then got to stirring it around. I'm thinking doing it that way, probably 9 times out of 10, gonna be some clumps in this motherfucking gravy. So, which again, why I say, I ain't fucking around up over there when it comes to the dinner table. It's a no for me, Simon. Then somewhere along the same episode, number 1, because I'm gonna give y'all all 3 of these motherfuckers because I might play catch up somewhere up in there and see what 4 looking like if it comes out. Not 4, but 4. Episode 4. Somewhere in the thing, this bitch outside mowing the grass with some Daisy Dukes on and the booty pads stuffed off up in there. And then with some damn near, what you call it, what that part of the back of the leg, not the fucking thigh high boots, but the calf high boots, out there talking about mowing the fucking grass. Bitch, please, you didn't, in that heat that be over there in Louisiana, and they say this show came out in 2023, and I can't tell you when, but it's most recent because everybody's on fire about it. But the bottom line is, if it was this summer, bitch, you have nearly died out there with them hot-ass boots on and that crop top and them Daisy Dukes. It looked a mess, and them shades and that filthy ass, atrocious ass, gutter butt. The walk really, it's like, you do not represent the gay community well. I do not understand. Well, I take that back. I understand because Baton Rouge is a small town, and if one person decides they can get on one show or something, I mean, bitch, Baton Rouge in their mind done made it. Never mind them raggedy ass motherfucking streets, and they over there closing every goddamn motherfucking building in the black neighborhoods and letting everything go to motherfucking shit. Never mind none of that. But they over there parlaying and shit, you find somebody, then they try to find. Now, Baton Rouge is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. There are some beautiful parts of Baton Rouge. But some kind of way they managed to only get a budget on camera to lay around there and start filming in motherfucking mud holes and looking like little mud monkeys and shit. Looking a fucking fool. This girl out there talking about some, she keep her yard clean, the house clean, and her hair clean and all that shit. And lie number 1, bitch, because when you went inside the fucking door, you had coolers and shit sitting outside, barbecue pits and all that, and you renting this motherfucking house. The least you could have did was put yourself a little motherfucking, rent you a part in the backyard and put all that stuff up in there and have your grass mowed. Because when the bitch started mowing the grass, it looked like the grass hadn't been cut for 3 months until they decided to come out there and film at 11 o'clock in the evening. And this girl that tomorrow she cooking some motherfucking sapper. Bitch, I ain't eating it. I don't fuck with it. Then somewhere along the way, and I'm trying to remember because I was just going through the episode, just sitting there letting them play one after the other. I wasn't writing shit down because I was just sitting there saying, all this is fucked up. The whole shebang-a-bang was fucked up. The fact of the matter is that this girl got this show on Tubi or anywhere else. It must be somebody sitting over there, po-piss drunk. That's it, because anyway, Tubi puts anything on there. Tubi got so many motherfucking low-budget movies and television shows on that bitch. If you're looking for something to find and watch, and you got Wi-Fi, and you got a little, you know, Tubi on that motherfucker, or you can download it on a PS4 or something, and you go look at Tubi's channel, it be some shit on it. You be like, I'm just watching this shit to have something to watch. Or you probably just too high or snookered or too goddamn lazy to get up and go over there and change that TV because that remote out, and you've been knowing it for the last 3 weeks with the batteries, but you won't stop by that Dollar Tree and pick up no more. But you know what I mean? Some low budget shit. So it got to be somebody over there just really looking to keep this channel going. They'll take pretty much anything and put it on the show. Then this girl gets dressed up in this full outfit, this full vest. Looked like, I don't know if it was cat moss or if it cat fur, bitch, recycled fox fur. I don't know what was on the front of that jacket, but it looked a mess. And the rest of it was jeans and then them checkerboard pants on with them high water ass pants on that looked like a picnic table. It looked like that girl went somewhere and jacked a motherfucking, jacked a tablecloth off Diner 59's table and decided to make a pair of pants out of them. I know goddamn, what is it? Drag queens with RuPaul. They know how to make shit. But at the end of the day, them pants was a goddamn mess with that goddamn jacket, or that vest jacket, or the smack it, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the whack it. And then it was so goddamn high. You know, there was like Crocs. What they call it? What they call them? Not Crocs. What they call them? Culottes. My grandma used to call them culottes. I don't know what the fuck they call them nowadays. I can't remember. I think that's what the fuck they call them little pants, the little pants that go right there just below the knee. Something like that. I can't remember. Somebody drop down in the comments that's of age that knows better to tell me and remind me real quick. I know y'all in here. So don't be shy. Drop the fuck down there. If you want to include your age as to how you know. But the bottom line is, we know you know that we know you know that we know. Period. But, and them ugly ass boots, them same ugly ass boots he had on mowing the lawn and come flying up in that parking lot to my Mercedes that you driving up in that sex store. And whoever that woman was, a goddamn fool for sitting there playing around with you in that store, showing you all that good merchandise that she had up in that store. Because there was some good merchandise in that sex store. Now, I wouldn't know. But that's my business and not yours, and we ain't gonna dare talk about it. But the bottom line is, you do all that blowing on the dick, talking about the dick, talking about bisexual, trisexual, you a trisexual, you a fuck a woman, a fuck a man, and fuck them all at the same time and all this other shit. You know, it's like, bitch, that's why I say sometimes we in the gay community and some of this trans stuff, and I'm gonna do a video about this hype about transgender and cis women too, because that shit is cooking my kettle and grinding my gears, and I'm gonna get into that motherfucking shit real soon. So we'll probably like the night after this video is over, if not tomorrow night, when I can get a little more sauce to really get into the motherfucking meat and potatoes of it. So what was that at? Yeah, so he was in the store, you know, gawking on the dicks and talking about all of your sexual proclivities and all this different stuff here, and sliding around the pole doing sexual gestures when all these folks is up in the store looking at a goddamn clown. You are a fucking horrible representative of any community, gay community, trans community, bisexual community. You are a fucking public embarrassment, man. I don't get it. Then you get in with that airbrush mustache and that airbrush eyebrows and hairline and talk all that shit. Now listen, I don't get on here to trash the girl, but the point that I'm trying to make to you is, it don't make no sense to get out here and try to be somebody and try to represent a whole community, and including yourself. Have some kind of dignity and some respect for at least yourself, or at least your children that you have at the house, that you probably raising so motherfucking ignorant, that you probably raising them so fucking toxic. You probably the rap Poe Kirk upside the fucking head while the kids was out there in their pajamas laying up in the bed somewhere. And then you want to go out there and holler and wave the police down after you done call them, after you done cluck the man upside the motherfucking noggin. That's some bullshit. And that's why you over there sitting in the poking. I really honestly got into too many things, Messi. It's time for you to sit your ass down somewhere and raise your children. And if you have the opportunity to have a platform and to show you to take your silly ass and use it in the right manner, you can be yourself without putting everything out there and being so ostentatious or so motherfucking flamboyant, it's just too boisterous. It's just too much. It's like you walking around all day like a motherfucking speaker, and it's always on the max. Turn your radio down, turn that motherfucking volume down a little bit. You're too motherfucking loud up out here in these streets. And then wonder why you stay getting up in shit with people, because you be always carrying shit on your shoulders. You have a messy, like you say, a messy ass spirit, a messy soul, and you carry messy energy. And that's not going to take you nowhere but quick to the grave. And leave your children as orphans, God forbid. But you got to recognize your own behavior and correct it. Anyway, getting back to the show. So, where was I again? Shit, I done lost my spot here. Hold on here. About the shoes and stuff. Then go down there to, somewhere along, it was at some girl's salon and did a fucking video. The video didn't make sense for the commercial that you were shooting, and the hotel didn't make sense. It's like you paid $29 for a hotel instead of a hotel. Or even a motel. You know what I'm saying? It looked horrible. And if you picked that out for, I don't know if it was for effect or what, but it was a motherfucking mess. And you gonna tell us all about it? Bitch, you the one did it. There are so many other things and so many other levels and so many other ways you could have spunt, like my coworkers say, spunt this motherfucking story that could have made you look like a king. Made your children look like the kings and queens they're gonna yet be, if you do this shit right. But at the rate you going, bitch, it's all going downhill, cuz. All going downhill. Some woman shows up in, you know, they're doing the video, they're doing the video, the commercial for some fucking hair place over there in Baton Rouge, and I forget the name of it because it wasn't even relevant, so I didn't even care to mention it, because it was so stupid for this woman as a businesswoman to even make this motherfucking gesture to put Messi in a fucking, as your brand, to be a part of your brand, and you live in Baton Rouge, bitch, that's the best you could have done? You couldn't have spent that money getting somebody, you know, you could have spent that money getting Mama D old ass to come down there and do a commercial. At least she probably over there, you could have shampooed her wig and set it back up straight, put the part where it's supposed to be at, because half the time when she wear this your hair, that part, listen, that bitch be cocked to the side like old, listen, it be cocked like old pistol. It be cocked like old 9, like old 6-shooter, honey. And sometimes, yeah, and girl, you could have paid Mama D to come down there and do that commercial. And she messy as fuck. Old and messy. She about embarking upon her Social Security. I think she said she 59 or something, but she already got her AARP card. And she getting some of them benefits somewhere in there. She getting something. I don't know if she getting something. But the bottom line is she ain't getting the scrappy benefits, but she getting benefits. And you know, but it's a lady, you know. And she's what they arguing about now, what they call a cis woman, but I would never call that, because I'm not finna go through that motherfucking shit, because that's wrong as hell. But again, I'm gonna save that part for the video I got in store for y'all on that, because I got the shit lined up for the shit. So, but yeah, now you can't put nobody like Messi on your brand and look for it to be successful unless you're looking to draw the ratchet. Like Claire Huxtable said, you're looking to draw the ratchet. Not the wretched, the ratchet. And I know sometime over there y'all saying Baton Rouge, and I'm not trying to stereotype my girls over there, because y'all know what it is. Y'all know how y'all hustle. But what it's giving is, you know, most of the time, the girls that's on the welfare and the food stamps that's getting child support and all this other stuff, and they get, you know, good income tax at the beginning of the year, they finna come down there and buy a couple of bundles. And they finna come in their flip-flops and they bonnets, bitch, they finna show up and show out. And they probably finna come down with a little Hennessy in their pocketbook so they can sit up in the shop and talk shit while they get fucked up and do their motherfucking thing. So it looked like this what the fuck she trying to attract. Because the mess that she let him get involved in the shop as even what's the word? Not a skit as they put together. It looked a mess. It was a horrible fucking mess. And that just reminded me of where not to go when I go down and if I'm in an emergency to get my hair done. It reminds me of where not to go, because it don't look good on your black brand, sis. And you should have rethought that. You need to rethink that and see if you can go get that shit taken down if it's hit the airways anywhere, and see if you can actually find somebody else, a better character, so you can get a better character of clients and actually run a successful business. I'm not saying a successful business don't equal, it only equals people that are not of color and may come from the hood. You can still accept them, but you got to have rules and guidelines. Don't be cussing up in this bitch and acting no goddamn fool. Because now I'm to the point I got probably $1 million customer, at least $100,000 customer or something. Think business like and stop thinking so fucking ratchet. But anyway, what was I at again? I keep getting off fucking subject. I'm trying not to make this video long, but I know y'all want me to go in and act a motherfucking fool. But anyway, so yeah, shit. We was talking about so yeah, after the half video and all that stuff. So then it came around somewhere, and I'm just going through highlights because I'm not going through all this shit like I told y'all, because I'm gonna give y'all my opinion. I'm gonna get the fuck up off of here. There was an episode, and I think it was episode 3 if I can remember correctly, that actually featured Mama D was on there. And Mama D was drunk as fuck. Mama D was so goddamn drunk she was slurring her words and putting sentences together. She had to straighten up and fly right when she decided to actually get the floor and speak a motherfucking sentence and ask a question. But again, she had to even acknowledge in that moment somewhere along that taping that her wig had slid the fuck back and it was cocked a little bit and it was shifted, you know, like the Holy Ghost. The energy, it shifts. Hallelujah. Oh boy, that time. Listen, the wig had shifted, it was shifting, it was sliding back, and it was going, the part was off track, you know? And she noticed, didn't acknowledge it. Like I told you, that was fucked up. But again, low budget, they sitting somewhere up in some hole in the wall place where they got a couple of seats to sit around and shit and talk their yak and have an audience of nothing but women. Because apparently men, there's not too many men that indulge and engage in or that's following him. Not a lot. There's some, but not a lot. And I'm pretty sure they piggybacking off the fact that their old lady probably friends with them, some shit like that. And they figure when they hang out with them, they get clout or get probably free drinks or some shit like that. It's the amenities of hanging out with them, the benefits of being around, you know, some time with people. And but damn, I done fell off track again. What am I talking about? So yeah. Him and Mama D was fucked up. Oh, and this video tonight is sponsored by Hennessy. I don't drink that much, but I got this bottle here because I got a little collection of other stuff over there. But I need to, I said I was going to start going big or go home. But I don't really drink Hennessy that much, but it's a good brand. But I like Douce better. I actually got caught into buying a big-ass jug of Douce, talking to the rep in the store. They're giving me some good advice about some good cocktails to put together for any kind of events, you know, that I'm having, or any little soirees that I give over here at my casa. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I like to throw little parties and stuff. I like to throw little events and shit like that. And I lay it out. I know how to host, baby. But I forgot I lost my spot again. See? So yeah, we get drunk at the table. Got this little place they rented out. They were sitting there running their motherfucking mouth, right? And so Mama D kept asking a question to Messi and was like, so that time you got shot was in the hospital, bitch, I didn't know you had no motherfucking girlfriend. But at the same time you had a boyfriend, because the boyfriend was the one that shot you, because at the end of the day he wouldn't say his name, but saying somebody got time or something like that, he said it was his lover. So again, that girl sitting there telling that bullshit about she tells the truth about everything, but girl, you still doubling and going back door from man to woman, woman to man, man to woman, like you said, you can get what you want. I don't see how the fuck that's possible, because your mental, I don't know how you mind fuck these people and get them involved with you, but they, baby, either they stupid, dumb, blind, cripple, or crazy, bitch. Smoke your dick, dynamite, demon seed on the side, because ain't no way in the world I would ever fall for that rules, bitch. I value what the fuck I got going on. And I ain't got time for you and my energy with shit like that, because, bitch, you ain't had but one time. I'm not Captain Kirk, bitch. You wouldn't have but one motherfucking time to put your motherfucking meat beaters on me. And whoever your mama is or wherever the fuck she's at, and that's no threat. I'm just saying, if I was married to you or even dating you, which would never motherfucking happen, so I don't even know why the fuck I'm going over the scenario, but if, hallelujah, if I was Kirk, bitch, you'd have been the one laying down, you know, in the hallway, like one of them dummies or one of them motherfucking cadavers they be using over there experimenting on, waiting for somebody to come scoop your motherfucking ass up with a human spatula and throw you on a goiny and get your motherfucking ass down there to the lake, and not me. Bitch, you ain't finna bam bam club me side my motherfucking shit. I don't understand why people, you know these people, when you meet them most of the time, that these motherfuckers try to put their hands on you. It ain't right to let the motherfucker pound on you. And Kirk, if you stood at that motherfucking house when that girl touched down with them motherfucking Jasupis, or them Reeboks or them motherfucking New Balance, bitch, you's a goddamn fool. You's a goddamn fool. But anyway, they was getting into the mess. They were still talking about it. And he finally admitted it. And somewhere along the way, he was sitting there getting more drunk, and he started telling people how much of he's a father first and all this different shit, and how he wants to protect his children from this and protect his children from that. And that's why he doesn't tell anybody about the motherfuckers that he sleep with and the married men he be fucking around with and all this different shit. And probably about the married women he be fucking around with and all this different shit. But at the same time, you saying you be doing this kind of shit. So at the end of the day, bitch, if I had a significant other around you at any point, bitch, man or woman, I wouldn't know what the fuck to think. We would have nothing to do with you and your confused energy, bitch. I would not. And if they wasn't down to separate, bitch, they can go ahead and separate from me. Because I'm not finna sit here and set myself up for no motherfucking organized confusion and no motherfucking fuckery. I don't want to walk around with no goddamn circus like this all day. I don't give a fuck if you my friend or not. Chances are you're not my friend. You feel me? This girl walking around with these shoes on. She paints her face. And ain't nothing wrong with looking good. Ain't nothing wrong with looking good. Ain't nothing wrong with looking good. It's just the fact that you got to be so motherfucking extra which again gonna lead into my next video. And I'm trying not to segue over into that because I got to save that video because I really want to go into some details if I possibly can without anybody getting pissed off about the transgender sister. We're gonna talk about that shit though. We talking about this shit right here, right now. The bottom line is, I don't understand how anybody again is getting bamboozled to marry this man, woman, to date her, to fuck her, suck her, eat her, let them even put her mouth on them with them motherfucking goals up in her mouth. It just is giving mad dog disease. It's giving motherfucking It's giving, bitch, I wish I would. No. I would never give that girl that kind of time. And my thing is this, it's okay to be yourself. But I feel like, too, you saying now that you want to protect your children, but you've been on all these platforms acting a goddamn fool and talking about how you suck dick and fuck all these different people and all this other shit, and how you running around about to nearby probably get yourself killed at some point and some shit like that. That's why I don't play them kind of games. I don't fuck with that kind of shit. You introduce me to that shit and I show you. Bitch, I will pack up my motherfucking shit and giddy up. I don't have time for that. There's enough things in my life that I have to balance out and deal with, that I have to deal with. And you think I'm finna sit up and put up with the likes of bullshit like this here? And you sitting over here, Mama D co-sign. I told y'all, Mama D need to cut the bullshit out. She ain't got no business being around these young children trying to tell them about no bullshit, about her godson boasting and boosting this bullshit. She need to be somewhere, I told you, in the Mama Mind Your Motherfucking Business Club. She need to be somewhere doing wine tasting with people her own age. She need to get some motherfucking way and learn how to knit. You got grandbabies, go learn how to knit some booties. Get out there and go to Carter's and buy your grandkids some shit off the money that's scrapped and giving you to pay your bills and the extra you got lying around from somewhere you getting off the motherfucking show for just being featured, getting your own little check. Take your motherfucking ass and go horseback riding with the Golden Girls somewhere with your friends. Go get on a cruise somewhere with a bunch of bitches your own motherfucking age. And man, go get yourself in a canasta club. You know, go learn how to play bridge. Some shit like that. Do some shit that's age appropriate for you, because I understand trying to keep yourself relevant to some shit. You know, maybe you can go down there and talk to Bravo or maybe MTV. Is that the people? VH1. And see if you can get them to do a reality show for women in your age bracket. And I mean, shit, who knows? There's a market for everything. You know, we can see y'all going on cruises together. We can see y'all arguing about, you know, playing croquet or some shit. I think that's the thing they play. Miniature golf. You know, argue about your friend stealing your white diamond perfume because she'll never bring her own down to the vacation when y'all go somewhere. Let me see what Mama Joyce in them. Let me see what Glow over there with the Tamika and them, Mama. Let me see what some women your motherfucking age. Let me see what Blueface's mama. Let me see all y'all gathered up. She ain't about that age, but still, she close to it, you know. Gather them up. Gather all the girls. Gather the black golden girls and go down there to VH1, MTV, and Bravo and shoot y'all shot for some old bitch shit and get out these young people business, because you're sitting there gaslighting this motherfucker, trying to help make for good TV, and then you're over there on VH1 fucking with Bambi, and you on Instagram fucking with Bambi, minding her motherfucking business and where she's spreading her motherfucking legs and where she getting her coochie ate and all this different stuff. Is you getting your coochie ate? Is you getting your coochie fucked? Is you getting, you need to mind that kind of stuff. You need to be over there on ChristianMingle.com trying to see if you can find a man to come over there and, you know, rub a little ice and hot on your knees, you know, give you a little back massage. And while he giving you a back massage, he might have, you know, got an erection or an erection. And you feel him knocking at the back door or somebody massaging your shoulders or something. Get those kind of thrills in that age. And if you want to go ahead and jump on that pony and ride it, then hey, do so. Put a rub on it, but do so. Mind your own motherfucking business and get off television, Mama D, with these young kids. Because there are better things that you can be doing. You can be starting coalitions for Medicare. You can be out there fighting for senior rights. Shit like that. But you over here in the wrong shit trying to find out who fucking who in this young folk pool, who's sucking who's dangling, who's eating who's booty, who eating who coochie, who marrying who paying child support to somebody else, who ain't paying, and who over here talking about scrappy and all that shit. Let Scrappy stand 10 toes down in his own grown ass shit, and you take you and your senior ass shit and go elsewhere and go find you something to do. I'm trying to think of shit that old ladies like to do. That still got a little, maybe a little spark, a little spunk. Cause you still got a little spunk to you. You got a little moxie. You know, you you still got a little fire left to you. That's why I put you with the group of ladies I put you with. Mama Joyce, Gloria, that boy's mama. I can't even forget her. Remember her name. Women like that. And I can see y'all bickering over old shit like who gonna make the pound cake or who gonna bring the check drinks down to the next meeting or shit like that. Get y'all a club or something for you. Just y'all. You know? Because clearly everybody needs their own space where they feel comfortable doing their own kind of things. But you just need to be doing stuff age appropriate. You need to be like the old folks say. Not you need to start acting your motherfucking age and not your goddamn shoe size. And that's for both of you silly motherfuckers. You a mother of a rapper, and this dummy over here got them babies over to the house, and you doing silly ass shit like you couldn't find no other better script to show your kids and your family, your household in a better light. And then you had to put them old pussy cutters on and get out there and fold that old thing up and put them on. Fold that thing up in the crack of your butt or something, because I know them pants, listen, unless you got a coochie in them pants, hopefully your dick will hang along with it to probably fall out of there if you ain't took it right in them drawers. But you probably tucked it in them same booty pads you putting on, so that probably held everything together for you. But it's a mess. And I hate the fact that, again, that you're trying to represent the bi community, gay community, whatever. He said, well, I don't identify as gay because I feel like I'm trisexual, try anything. Try anything? But you still talking about you disease-free and all this shit? Okay. But you ain't heard that from me. Now, I'm not, don't y'all dare run back into my, AJ Red said that girl got something. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying this girl just boasting about it all the time and sitting there saying, well, bitch, we don't know that. Honestly, it ain't my business and I don't give a fuck. How about that? I don't even give a fuck. Because it don't do shit for me either way it go. But all it do is tickles me to see you on there doing the stupid ass shit that you doing and call yourself representing any community. Let alone talking about your father, you're a father first and it comes before everything. That's bullshit. Because girl, when you out here cutting up and acting a fool up in these people's streets, it's a fucking mess. Because after they ran you up out of Atlanta, because the show or something, I think this show or whatever probably been sitting on the shelf for a while in my mind, because I heard a while ago that the show was being filmed, it was supposed to be coming to light. But that was when Messi moved to Atlanta. But word on the street was, and I'm not going to tell y'all my sources because I can't tell y'all who these people is, and it's not because I don't know them. I know them very well. But the bottom line is, baby, word got way back over here to Houston to me, from Louisiana, and from motherfucking Atlanta. You feel me? He couldn't even stay over here in Houston. Because like I tell you, sometimes you go to different places and the bullshit you get away with in your hometown, you might go somewhere else and a bitch will motherfucking decapitate you with the motherfucking way they're acting out here in these streets these days. That's what my friend keeps telling me when I be on the phone driving home from work. I have a tendency every now and again, if you about to hit my shit, bitch, I'm gonna honk the horn. I'm not doing it out of anger. I'm doing it to alert you just in case you don't realize you about to hit my shit. And hopefully, I ain't got to lean over in this seat or go up in this motherfucking armrest and let you understand where it's coming from. And that's why I say I'm not a hot-tempered person, because you can't own no firearm and be no hot-tempered bitch, because you fuck around there and find yourself wearing a jumpsuit or being like Messi, sitting over there in the motherfucking red top, in the pokey, in the prison. In the jailhouse? Hell no, not me. I don't fuck around with no shit like that. I can't do no jail no more. I did that shit in my younger days. And that girl is not far behind me. That girl is 37 years old. And at the end of the day, it's time that she gets some sense inside her head. Whatever judge decided to lay around that bitch, sit up in that 10 and do almost 6 to 10 weeks, that's cool. Maybe that'll get you regularly, because all the other times it seems like you've been getting bailed out and going home and all that shit and coming shaking your ass and jiggling and wiggling and shit. And got everybody posting you to my welcome home and all that shit. Listen, I'm not all for any old black man being locked up unless you did some shit. And bitch, you did some shit. You did some shit. You just, Them people done let you slide plenty of times. Because if I was the judge, bitch, I'd have whooped that gavel motherfucking ass hitting that motherfucker, tell me I'm guilty. I'd have had you sitting in central lockup before you can blink your motherfucking eyes in the first 5 minutes because they gave you grace time at the time. You done beat that man ass before the wedding night and things like that back in them ways. When y'all got married, not probably a year ago, a little over. You beat his motherfucking ass then. You beat him like a beanbag. Then you went to prison, got out, and you want to post the shit and talk all about it and make that part of your show and all that shit and make that part of your brand. Then you fucked around and beat him up again a couple more times between that. Now you done fucked around and knocked his crown. Jack fell down and you done broke his crown. He all fucked up and shit. You know, I think you had knocked the good sense or knocked the stupidness out of him because now he got a whole different motherfucking outlook on life. So maybe that oops upside the head, that crack moment, you know, that Busta Rhymes moment, bust a bitch in the head moment, that moment might have shaken him up and knocked his good sense back to motherfucking got him back together to where now he know right from wrong, stupid from dumb and all this other shit. But at the end of the day, like I said, I could never deal with a bitch like this on this level. You are a walking circus, bitch. It's a mess. And I don't know if you're the ringmaster or the main clown. If them both the same thing, drop down in the comments and let a dumb bitch like me know. I guess I'm dumber than Messi. Maybe on all accounts, I don't know. And like I tell you, when I do these videos about Messi, I got a good friend over there in Baton Rouge. This bitch be telling me all the time to my look, bitch, you be getting your stanky ass up on them, talking about funky. But you know you like to come down here to Baton Rouge and that girl live around the kitchen somewhere. Like I say every time, bitch. That's why I travel with a box of chicken in my motherfucking car, bitch, from Popeyes. Because I know that girl travel with fat girls, bitch. So when them girls lay around there and cry, me till I come out there to my getting a piece of this ass, bitch. All I'm going to get out there and get them 2 pieces, them 2 boxes, and start throwing legs in the crowd. When them bitches start running and scattering, then I can make haste then. Now, I can get away if I go on here about my business for that fat bitch in that Caprice or that Chevrolet Oldsmobile, that 98 show up with spaghetti straps on and some booty shorts and a bonnet on her head smoking a Newport. That's the bitch I got to deal with right there. That's the bitch I'm going to have to lay around there and hopefully have my Reeboks on because I'm going to have to square with that big bitch. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have to work for it, you know what I'm saying? So I got to lay around there. I got to start now and get my cardio and shit and start working on my shit and get my body together because just in case I run into her. And then they claim Messi ain't to be fucked with. Now look, I'm not coming for all that kind of smoke, but they talking about you ain't made it unless you people don't like you and all this shit. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me or not. I'm not trying to get nobody to dislike me. Y'all messy ass asked me to get up on here with the mess, and he got up on Tubby with the mess. So all I'm doing is talking about it. So don't pull my coat tail because I'm mentioning some shit y'all asked me to go for. I'm not no Baptist preacher in the pulpit going 45 minutes when I say I'll be 15. I'll let y'all go in a minute. Let me read y'all one more scripture. Not scripture. But all in all, I can tell y'all, the 3 episodes I done watched, the shit got on my nerve. It made no sense. Like I said numerous times before, it looked low budget. So I kind of understand why I only made it to Tubby. I really think somebody over there in the boardroom is either real desperate or they got Alzheimer's. Because there ain't no way in fucking blue blazing hell this should have really made it to no platform because it's not even worth looking at. But somehow, y'all messy ass like to go over there and watch it because it's number 1 or the number 1 little show over there on Tubby. So, hey, I guess messy girl, you have arrived. I mean, listen. I don't know how much that's going to pay you, but apparently you can't receive them checks because you too busy locked up. They won't let you out. At least until August 8th anyway. That's what the news is saying. I don't know, but bitch, if you need me to put something on your books, girl, when they give you a phone or through one of them toilets or something, I don't know how the fuck they do it because, bitch, I ain't never been up in there that long and don't plan on being up in there ever again. But check this out. If they give you a phone, girl, hit me up and I can see if I can put something on your books, bitch. I ain't got no food stamp, but I got about a hot 10 I can put on it. Now, that's if you need anything, And we'll donate something. We'll put something down there. But I'm sure when you get out from with your Tubi checks, you'll pay us all back when you get your FEMA check. But listen, I hate the show. I can't say I'm proud of this girl for making it, cause I guess you can be proud of her. I mean, she made it on some kind of platform, right? But like I said, they ran that girl up out of Atlanta. She couldn't make it over there. I don't know. She must have fucked too many married men. She must have sucked too much married dick. You know, ate too much married coochie. I don't know. And it really is none of my business. I won't take that to the Lord in prayer because I don't want to answer on that really. But if she decides to give us one, I'm fine with it. But yeah, she wasn't making it in Hotlanta, and she could not make it out here in Houston because you came out here putting your meat beaters on people. And like I said, when you in the land of Oz, bitch, it don't work like that. Because, yeah, they will kill you, including in Baton Rouge. Because, as a matter of fact, the crime rate so motherfucking bad over there in Big Raggedy. I was looking at WAFB over there, and they had about 5 motherfuckers got shot one night, and one got run over. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there, but if I did live over there, I would have to be on the outer skirts. Can't live in BR. Take me to Prairieville, like my cousin said, her goof ass, Prairieville. It's Prairieville, bitch. You know, somewhere like that, you know, maybe I ain't gonna say towards New Orleans, because I ain't going down there, that motherfucking bucket of water. It'll never be, like Leandria say. But yeah, I couldn't live there, because, you know, shit just done got horrible. When I was a child, you know, you can kind of do shit like leave your door open and have a screen door, you know, locked and shit with your latch on there. You ain't worry about nobody coming through the screen door and fucking your grandma and shit and taking all her medication. You know, shit like that, people abducting your children. But nowadays, when you come in the house, bitch, you got to lock all the doors. Everywhere. But anyway, y'all been asking me to do this shit, and so I went ahead and did it. So y'all go ahead and drop down in the comment section and tell me how the fuck I did, since y'all been asking for it. And tell me what the fuck y'all thought on the show, because I know y'all anxious to tell me the shit, because y'all was anxious to tell me that the shit was airing on Tubi. Y'all made it a point. Y'all so fucking messy. But I love it though, so keep the comments coming. Also, make sure if this is your first video, please go ahead and now hit the motherfucking subscribe bell, because that's the only way you're going to know when I post these videos, right? And when I do decide to get my bald-headed ass up and go live, you're going to be one of the first ones to know it. So you can drop down in the comment section and not leave me sitting there when I'm posted a time for y'all to come on and you got your ass on CP time. Also, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. That's the like button. They say that helps me out. We're going to figure that part out later on down the road. And what else? Share the videos. Share the videos with somebody you know. Share with a motherfucker you don't know. Share with somebody you like. Share with a motherfucker you don't give no fucks about. Because 9 times out of 10, if y'all don't like one another, I could be a conversation piece of bitch. You better be good. Anyway, always and forever, make sure you keep your high positive vibrations up. Don't let nobody keep, take you down. I don't want to say Beyonce, break my soul, but I already said it, so fuck it. Make sure to love yourself first and foremost, and only love those in return who will give you the same in return. Because ain't like I got time for no motherfucking land yet. All right? Wrap your arms around yourself and kiss your damn self, because I can't do the camera, and I'm not sure I would if I was in front of you anyway. But anyway, love y'all. Y'all take care until the next video. Y'all holler.